We're watching The Painter. UrbanSpook. You're watching with your favorite YouTuber, the best guy of all time. Viewer discussion is severely advised, by the way. 6 months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each tilted after each recent murders. Okay, let's pause. First victim was Carla Gray, found with 36 stab wounds. Yeah, that's realistic. To the face and all her teeth were removed. This sounds like it was written by a kid, but alright. An emo kid that just discovered the internet or is working at Burger King. Alright. On the back of the painting, on the back of the first painting, the title Carla's Teeth was written. That sounds boring. Well, now, this is the painting. That looks ugly, bro. Oh, okay. Second victim was Jackie Chan. Like the fighter Jackie Grant. No, it's Jackie. I'm retarded as shit, bro. Second victim was Jackie Graham, found drowned with 27 stabbed him in the perineum. This is shock value, bro. Whatever, let's keep going. She was alive during the stabbing. Really? Her painting is titled Floating Jackie. This is the painting. It's like a drowned Chinese woman. It's the small eyes, okay? I'm not racist, I'm just stereotypical. Last victim was James Miller, found with his face torn off and his wrist slit open. So what, he killed himself? Alright. Sorry, I got a burp. Autopsy showed that James was alive for several days without a face. Well, wouldn't he have bled out? Yeah, realistic. The third painting was named James Secretface. This is the painting. Yo, that's creepy, bro. I might have nightmares. No, wait. It looks like Trevor Henderson Bridgeworm, bro. Look at it. 2 months later, several more paintings were discovered. However, the titles of these paintings did not seem to be connected to any known cases at the time. I might need this person's face. Here are the other paintings and their titles. Wax Doll Tom, Lucia's Hanging Jimmy, Fuck Toy Corey, Daniel After the Fire, Jennifer's Last Stare, Scream Maggie Scream. After going public with the case and sharing the paintings in hope of saving anyone that may be depicted, the police received 3 photos in the mail, all of them also titled. This is just shock value at this point, bro. But whatever. The photos appear to depict the victims James Miller, Jackie Graham, and Jimmy. Mr. Beast! James. Jimmy, because his last name is James. Jackie Chan. Yep. Bro, why'd you kill Jackie Chan, bro? And Jimmy. You could literally score a ping pong ball in those fuck-ass eyes, bro. If anyone knows anything about these photos, about work paintings, please contact 98544... Yo, calm the fuck down. I'm gonna get someone to rape you, bro. Okay, if anyone knows anything about these paintings or photos, please contact 985-455-9560. Well, I tried doing that, and it just led me to the police department. So, one final painting titled Self-Portrait was found 2 days ago. What could that possibly look like? Oh, so scary. Yo, you could play tic-tac-toe in her fuck-ass head. I'm not in the mood for a jump scare. Viewer discretion is advised. The Lighthouse. Let me clear my throat. 4 weeks ago, a police officer named Bill Collins went missing along with his wife and 2 daughters. This is something, alright? Billy had previously discovered this painting in his home, clueless to how it could have ended up there. The window could have been open, or some idiot threw it in. While searching Bill's house, the police found one of his daughters hanging by the neck from the ceiling in the attic. Oh, that's just lovely. She was only 2 months old. And who cares? Kill them all. Kill all the kids. Just light a fire and just dump them all in. The Collins family's car was found 12 days later by the ocean side. That's a joke, by the way. That joke, what I said earlier is a joke. Burning babies in a fire. And the car, the police found a painting titled "Long-Necked Angel." And Angel was indeed the name of the youngest daughter found in the attic. Yeah, because she was... That's creepy, bro. The search would lead to an old lighthouse standing just a few miles away from the abandoned car. The lighthouse hadn't been in use for several years. Well, that's not my fault. On the door to the lighthouse, an abstract fence was painted in red. Man, how creepy. This is the painting. You know, it looks like a neck spot. You know the PNG images that follow you around? Inside the charred corpse of a missing teenager named Daniel Williams was found. Man, who cares? Bet that place smells like shit. Like a femboy's closet. Police later proceeded into the tunnels under the lighthouse. Where the police were... Here, the police would find two more corpses belonging to Jennifer White and her daughter Lisa White. They had been missing for 7 months. Oh, scary. Alright, let's see what's more. Lastly, the police found a moist barrel emitting a foul stench. Well, you gotta take a look. You gotta take a look-see. Gotta take a peek. The barrel was filled with mangled meat and bones. Tests later showed that it belonged to the rest of the Collins family. That is disgusting. The test also showed extreme volumes of amphetamine. Photos of the Collins family moments before death was found scattered around the barrel. Here are the photos. They're drawings, by the way. Why are they photos if they look so inhuman? Lastly, there was a fourth photo depicting an unknown face. Boo! Did I scare you? I'm gonna hide. In the walls. Corey Beck, age 11. Margaret Beck, Margaret. You like the girl from Horrid Henry? 10 days ago, the Beck twins went missing. You know, you can always put on some nice music. 5 days later, their bodies were discovered inside an abandoned paper mill factory. Like where they make paper and shit. However, the state of the bodies were found in a gruesome condition. What happened? Only the upper body of Margaret and the lower body of Corey could be located. Well, that's too bad. Twins' bodies had been sewn together in a sloppy manner. So, she was trans and... she had a dick! Oh my god! The rest of their bodies have still not been found. Well, who cares? Maybe the stray animals got them. Margaret's neck and jaw was broken in several places. Whatever. A clay brick had violently been shoved down her throat. Well, she's not gonna eat it, is she? The word meat had been written on the brick. No, I bet someone would get bricked up at that. Corey's genitalia had been removed with... Youch. 1 week before the disappearance, Corey had been dared by 2 of his friends to spend an hour in a remote cabin near Tiger Lake. Isn't that in Florida? I think. I could give less of a fuck. Allegedly, Corey went inside alone with his digital camera while his friends waited outside. Y'all ready? Excited for private service today? After just 4 minutes, Corey ran out screaming that he seen a face. According to his friends, Corey's left arm was badly bruised. While investigating the cabin, the police found a wardrobe connected to a crawl space inside the walls. Corey's camera was found on the floor inside this open wall cavity. Cavity? Like, tooth. This is what was in the camera. Well, I'm gonna put my phone away from my face. I'm hiding, man. I'm too scared. I'm too scared, bro. It's daytime and I'm still terrified. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not risking it. Oh. Was she like Asian or something? The killer or something? I'm too scared, man. The face is believed to be connected to this disappearance of Corey and Margaret Beck. Why not Beck-er? You're missing the ER. ER. If you recognize this person, please contact 985-455-9560. Holy crap, it's a lot to say. I'm hiding. No jump scare for me. Warning, the following footage, private investigator Sean Kane have been helping the police to locate victims connected to several paintings. Well, he's trying. The last body he found before his disappearance was the body of Tom Harris. He looks gay, but, you know, preferences and that sounds stereotypical to say. The killer had climbed the drain pipe up to the third floor and entered Tom's apartment through his bedroom window. Okay. In the living room, a pile of hardened candle wax was found. Why? Was he inside it or something? Inside this pile of wax was the body of... Ooh. Suffocation from the wax. So you're telling me this dumbass died? Tom's arms and eyelids had been cut off. Why eyelids specifically? Why is there a third arm? A third arm could be found inside the pile of wax. We still don't know who this arm belongs to. Maybe it's my brother, Tom Harris. That's pretty creepy, man. 1 week later, investigator Sean went missing from his home. Bro, I would leave in space right now. Neighbors of Sean notified police after hearing his dog bark for over 9 hours. Inside, police found a horrid scene. What happened? What happened? The dog's legs had all been broken. Although dehydrated and suffering, she was still alive. Save the dog, man. Save what you can. Blood trails could be found leading from the bedroom to the kitchen. Alright. The only clue police could find was that Sean seemed to have deliberately repainted the number 2 on the door frame with his own blood. That's gross. What are there, 2 killers or something? They work together? Inside Sean's bedroom, police found a new title painting clearly resembling Sean. Scene. Scene. And this is the painting and its title. Alright, let's see. The Man in the Pipes. He looks pipe-like, yeah. Pipe-like. Well, I got a lot more of this to go, man. The perpetrator had entered Sean's house through the basement. Luckily, Sean had a surveillance camera installed just a few days earlier. That's good. Even though the camera had been destroyed, it still caught a photo of the perpetrator. I'm hiding, bro. I'm hiding. Watch this video right here. I'm too scared. That's something. Looks like Springtrap, you know, his mouth. The eyes look very weirdly unhuman, man. And no teeth. Is this too far? The rise and fall of UrbanSpook. Police archive. I'm not watching that. Never. Witness. This video contains violent and disturbing content. Viewer discretion is advised. 3 days ago, Tina Rosenberg was reported missing along with her boyfriend and younger sister. She looks like Chris Tyson, bro. Her boyfriend Jack Stryker wanted to take Tina on a South Coast road trip for her 20th birthday. Aw, don't tell me she died on her birthday, bro. That's sad. Flora Rosenberg, the younger sister of Tina, was also invited for this road trip. That's cool. Yeah, I see that. Flora, what about Fauna? Jack's car was found 2 days ago in the woods. Oh man, I wonder what happened. There were signs of struggle inside the car. Yo, go watch NES Godzilla Creepypasta, man. It's so good. There's also a painting. Flower Place Flora. Yo, that's creepy. While searching the car, police heard screaming from deeper within the woods. Nah, just a coyote. Coyote. Police found the screams until they found a grisly sight. I want my cat. I want my kitty cat. Pina was found tied to a tree with her left feet and arms cut off. She was still alive and conscious. Oh, feet. Oh, God. Jesus. The mutilated corpse of Flora Rosenberg could also be located. Why didn't they just use predator echolocation to find him? Her head had been smashed in with a hammer. Oh. No warning either, by the way. I'll just cover that up. Oh! Gina told the police that the murderer was still around somewhere. However, no one could be found. Really? After escorting Tina from the scene, the police returned to the car and found another painting. How is this bastard painting all this shit? How? The painting had just been put there. The title Long Jack had hastily been written on its back. This is the painting. Looks like a troll. Fuck out of here, bro. Jack has still not been found. Well, it's not my fault. So, you can't blame me. In Tina's own words, this is what happened that night. I remember waking up in the car. Jack was gone and I could hear someone approaching. It's not even in quotes either. Fix that grammar, man. Next thing I remember, I was tied to that tree. I was injected with something. I could hear my sister screaming. She was screaming for her mom, or Flora. I don't know. I remember whispering. And her face. Oh, God. Her face. This is the police sketch of the murderer based on Tina's description. I'm scared. I'm gonna hide in the bushes. Hide in the comment section. He looks weird. Big ass cheeks. Damn, those are some cartoonishly big ass eyes. My God. Warning, this video contains violent and disturbing content. Former police officer Ian Ford and his wife May was recently reported missing. Damn, bro, I would not date that guy. When police went to their farm to investigate, they found an awful stench coming from the barn. Oh, this is that infamous one. Inside, they found the brutalized corpse of May Ford. Dang. She had been handcuffed to a pole inside of one of the stalls, however, her hands had been ripped right off. Oh, God. Even though her body had been mangled, tests showed that she died from internal bleeding. Was that dog just popping out of a log wood? I don't know what to think. A dead horse could be found within the same stall. The cause of death was heart failure due to a slide and a fall overdose. Inside the milk house, police found a bloody mattress. These killers must be doing fucking anything. Sliding false fracture was found scattered around the mattress along with few bandages and packets of penicillin. Someone had been sleeping here for some time. The decapitated head of a Ford grandfather was found wrapped in a blanket. You know, this is literally shocking me at this point. The head of Fiona Ford. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I'm too scared, man. Oh, that's not bad. Oil smoke came from within the second stall of the barn. I don't know how I would ever sleep in this universe. I'm hiding. Several faces were found near the walls inside the stall. Well, that's just dandy. Some of them belong to previous victims, now formed beyond recognition. I wonder how many more I have left. There are also several decapitated pig carcasses. I'm telling you, you can back off. You can go watch one of these videos. In the middle of the stall lay an abnormally large pig. Its belly had been sliced open and then stitched together. What's the point of that? Just beside the pig carcass, the police found a Kolossos being forward. Oh. The pig's eyes had been cut out and replaced with the eyes of Fiona Ford. This is shock humor, bro. Inside the attacker, police found the rest of Fiona's body along with several distinct paintings. More paintings. These paintings depict Fiona, Ian, and May, along with an alarming amount of other victims. These images may be very distressing. Well, I'm hiding, so... No!
Intro.
We gotta get back. Alright, where is it? Let's get to the... There we go. Alright, let's hide. What's the first one? Here are the paintings and their titles. I'm hiding. Rainy Mountain Mall. Wet Skin Doors. The Jigsaw Baby. The Invitation. Wall Penetration. Hiding. More Hotel. Epic Dinner. Epic Red. Urban Hall. You know, any of these people could be exclusive to I can see why this is heavily damaged tape is found in the mud outside the barn. Alright, pop it in and we'll see if we can throw dinosaurs on it or some shit. Ooh, Kolossos' own movie, Sonic 3. Even though the tape is almost completely destroyed, police were able to recover some of the footage. This is what was on the tape. No, man, I'm hiding. I literally just do this. I'm turning that volume down, man. Family, this video contains violent and disturbing content. Yay! Over the past few days, there have been numerous gruesome murder reports. I have to upload this later, by the way. One of the victims was the elementary school teacher Isabel Jackson. Jackson, like Andrew Jackson, the former president of America. Isabel called 911 in the midst of her 911 in the midst of her attack. However, the address she provided led the police to a completely different crime scene. The address belonged to a family of 3: Janice, Paul, and their son Zeke. Hide and Zeke, bro. They were expecting a daughter in just a few months. Right at the side of their home, police found a bloodied garden shear. What awaited the police inside the house was so shocking and repulsive that one of the officers requested a period of leave from duty the very next day. Janice and Paul's body were found in the kitchen, both ruthlessly executed. Don't you mean killed? The fetus had violently been cut out from Janice's stomach. I always said blurred it. Did the decency. Janice was then strangled to death with the umbilical cord. Paul was found dead a few feet away from Janice, tied to the kitchen counter with his mouth sewn shut. Wait, why don't they just own a gun and then they just shoot the shit out of someone trying to kill them? Because that's what I'd do, bro. What is that? The fetus was found in pieces scattered all around the house. Oh, so they cut the baby apart. That's just lovely. During autopsy, they found the head of the fetus shoved down Paul's throat. He died from asphyxiation, choking on his own unborn daughter. Jesus, dude. This is pure shock humor. Zeke is still missing. God knows what they did to poor old Zeke, bro. Inside the house, there was also a painting. Its title had been painted over except for the word pipes. What could be in the pipes, man? I've seen worse stuff than... Nah, this is the worst amount of shit. Police later managed to track down the real address of Isabel Jackson, though they were too late. I think I should keep that way. The headless body of Bruce Jackson was found right by the open front door. He had been stabbed in the chest 7 times. Where one would expect to find his head, a painting lay in its stead. It was titled "Infinite Ma Bruce." I'm hiding. This is the painting. That's creepy, you know? Isabel was found murdered inside the bathroom. The lock to the door had been completely destroyed by a hammer drill. Alright. Isabel suffered multiple skull fractures and a hole was drilled directly through her frontal lobe. I'm telling you, you can scroll, do whatever. A rolled up note had been put inside of the hole. Oh, that's disgusting. The note read, I live where I can't breathe and I eat without teeth. What am I? A jellyfish? Jellyfish don't have teeth. Pivotal clue: murder at the crime scene. I remember you in the investigation. The presence of 2 sets of footprints in the blood suggests that there was more than one culprit. Oh, great. Police will now firmly believes that whoever is behind these paintings and murders does not work alone. It's me. I work with them. As for why Isabel gave the address leading to another murder scene is still a mystery. Isabel's 911 call stands as one of the most disturbing calls ever recorded in human history. Wow. I put human history there, you know. Warning, what you're about to hear may be very distressing. Oh, you got me here. You're fine. Also, this isn't even real. It's fiction. Real fucked up fiction.
Okay, now, what's the address? I killed my husband. Oh, okay, the police are on their way. Do you have somewhere to hide? Well, do you know they're there? Yes. Yes, please. Please. Okay, ma'am. The police are on their way. I need you to stay calm for me, okay? What's your name? Isabel Jackson. Okay, Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Oh my God, they're gonna get us. Please help me, please. The what? They're breaking down the doors. Isabel, do you have anything to defend yourself with? Okay, listen, stay calm. Are there any windows in your bathroom? Isabel? Hello? Isabel?
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm scared to click them. You know what? Fuck it. It's reviews. This video contains extremely graphic and disturbing meat. Over the past week, the number of brutal murders has continued to rise. Oh, great. Oh, great. When Dr. Fred... Oh, God, this is 7 minutes. When Dr. Fred Baker failed to appear for work, the police conducted a wellness check, only to discover him murdered in his own home. According to neighbors, the dog could be heard barking from inside his house the night before the discovery of Fred's body. What the hell is that? Fred was known to live alone with his cat. He never had a dog. As the police entered Fred's house through the breached back door, they were met with a disturbing scene. Come on, bro. Not the cat, dude. Not the damn cat. Evidence of a struggle was discovered in the kitchen. Here, the police would also find a copious amount of sildenafil. It is believed that Fred has been stealing medication from his workplace for quite some time. Well, that's not peachy. They better fire him. Fred was lying in his bed with no skin on his head. Jesus Christ. So what about the dog? The bedroom floor was littered with used sandpapers. So what happened to where did the dog and cat go? Neither the cat nor any signs of a dog could be detected. So the dog was just some kind of fuck-ass illusion? However, a gruesome painting was found hidden under the bed. Good luck sleeping tonight. The graphic painting seems to depict Fred's cat. This is the painting and its foreboding title. Pocket pussy. Two days later, the body of George White was found in his family home. I hope the cat is alright, bro. 2 days later, the body of George White was found. Again, the neighbor reported hearing barking on the night of the attack. What, is the dog like some kind of guardian angel here to warn them? The extent of damage to the body made post-mortem identification nearly impossible. What happened to the guy? I can't wait to edit this, man. Similar to other recent murders, George's face had been cut off. What's that? He had approximately 487 stab wounds across his whole body. Yeah, I assume he died at around 50 other stabs, so they just kept stabbing him while he was dead. Just for the love of the game at this fucking point. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Wait, look. Oh, this poor soul. Look at his crotch, dude. 4 of the wounds contained traces of seminal fluid. Oh my god, got slashed in the dick so many times. I feel so sorry for this fictional character. During autopsy, several photographs were found inside the body of George White. inside the body. One of the photos was found tucked inside the heart. Okay. The second was discovered within the intestines. The last photo was found crumpled up inside the pelvis. So they just this is just for the love of the fucking game. Despite the extensive damage to the photos, police were unable to successfully restore them. Here are the photos. Yo, I'm scared. But I have you guys with me, and that doesn't make me any better. My reaction time is absolutely garbage. Bro, he looks like... This has to be like an art project, dude. If you know any of these people, please contact 985-455-98560. You know, I'm gonna go hug my cat after this. Wait, last night, police dispatcher Sarah Stone and her husband Mike were abducted from the residence. Oh no! The building basement hatch had been destroyed from the inside, though the entry had been through the front door. Fortunately, Sarah had a security camera installed at her front porch. Bro, get her reboot card, bro. Bring them all back. The camera footage captures the murderers entering the house of Sarah and Michael Stone, ultimately providing the most damning evidence yet. What are you about to witness is a glimpse of the most violent killers in American history. Well, at least it's fictional. That is probably the best thing out of this whole thing. It's fictional. This is what was on the security camera. And if it was a real guy trying to attempt this, people have so many security cameras. If they knew there's some wacko going around, they're just gonna install a fuck ton of security cameras. Boom, he's probably caught within weeks. Just in case, I'll do that. I'll peek over slightly. It's the middle of the fucking day, too. I'm hiding in the videos. I'm hiding in the videos. Can't get me. Oh, what's up, man? They look like skinwalkers, bro. I'm keeping it closed, bro. This video contains extremely graphic and disturbing content. Viewer discretion is advised. You know, you should subscribe and like and comment some bullshit right fucking now, because I have to put myself through this. Last night, police got an anonymous tip about trespassers in an abandoned textile and paint factory. Bro, I'm gonna turn on all the lights in my house tonight. The call had been made from a telephone booth not too far from the site. I'm kicking my legs while watching this video. Oh, in a workshop inside the factory, police found a shocking discovery. What is it now? Body parts from 5 different victims were found inside. Just be taking any kind of people anywhere, bro. It's like a fucking vacation. Just pick up some random juice stick and just take it on like a little vacation with themselves. Some remains had been sewn together into something resembling clothing. You can see my nipples. What is this? A set of stairs lead down to what would be dubbed the cage room. It was evident that the room had been lived in for a long time. The missing remains of known victims as well as an unidentified body were found there. I wanna stop watching, but now I'm fucking stuck. The room was oozing with the stench of death. A body in a state of severe decay was laying on the mattress. On a table in the room was a camera along with 3 photos. Here are the photos. Yeah, I'm covering this. Oh. A bowl inside the cage was filled with human urine. Yo, who pissed in that shit? Why did someone piss in that shit? Inside the cage, the missing remains of Corey and Margaret Becker were found sewn together. Bro, they make their grand fucking appearance. Beside the mattress stood a bucket containing several male genitalia. I think they're just collecting it, bro. It's for the fun of the fucking game. Inside the factory itself, more gruesome discoveries would be made. In what once had been the locker room, 2 bodies were found hanging from the same rope. That's so fucking creepy, dude. You can't believe the other body was unidentifiable. Deeper inside the factory, police found what would be dubbed the paint room. Obvious reasons, right? Here, several paintings were found. Just in case, I'm gonna do that. One of them seemed to be unfinished. You should probably cover your eyes. While most are unknown, some of the paintings could be linked back to victims as far as 5 years ago. Here are the paintings. Emma's Last Smile, Bloated Betty, Stone Loop, Mark the Machine, Milk Teeth Heath, The Collins, Untitled, the ceiling of the next room, the missing Joan Simley were found. I feel like they paint paintings before the actual murder, because there's no way they do that shit so fast. A chain had been dragged through their bodies. This is unfucking realistic. But alright. They were all in different states of decomposition. In the basement of the building, more bodies were found. Oh, great. Four victims had been partly eaten. Yum. Yeah, you can clearly see that guy's arms hanging to the ground. The identity of these victims are yet unknown. Here, police also found their colleague Sarah Stone and her husband. What happened? Oh my. Their mouths had been sewn to each other's rectal openings. This is something straight out of a horror movie. They both had been force-fed rocks. I'd rather be looking at footage right now, man. Because I don't. Going even further down, the police entered the sewer system. What horrors could possibly be in there? Well, here the police found what would end up being the turning point of the case. What turning point? What is that? Never come back? What? You never came back? I'd rather be playing a horror game right now, bro. The phrase, once you've been to hell, you never come back, is something Tina Rosenberg said in an interview not long after surviving her attack. Here is the clip from the interview. So I don't have to keep talking anymore, I can just listen. How joyous.
Do you think that you've recovered from this ordeal?
I'll never recover. I'll never be the same. Those people took me to hell. And once you've been in hell, you never come back.
Oh, plus 100. This prompted authorities to conduct a wellness check on Tina Rosenberg, who was living with her mother at this time. What did they go back and try to kill her again? Officer Nathan Cole was the first to respond since he was in the area. What he encountered in the house was truly bizarre. Truly, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is the footage from Nathan's body cam.
Raise your hands right now! Do not move! Let me see your hands right now! Let me see your hands! Do not move! You understand?
Would you please be quiet? And wouldn't a body cam be below your arms? Tina's eyes and ear had been punctured with a pair of knitting needles. She was not aware that she was being rescued and kept screaming for 20 minutes. Tina's mother, Tina Rosenberg, had been dismembered in the kitchen. What? The autopsy revealed that the killer behind the mask was former police officer Bill Collins. Presumed dead, police are still not sure why his DNA was found with his family's remains. Why didn't they just kill the other guy? Mona Linnaeus was apprehended by Officer Nathan Cole. So what, they caught him? She's confessed to more than 100 murders and is now awaiting trial. The painter. This video contains extremely graphic and disturbing content. Viewer discretion is advised. During a violent altercation last month, the serial killer now known as Mona Linnaeus was arrested by police. While detained, she confessed to over 100 killings and claimed she was far from finished. Yeah, that is public execution right there. Just right there. Pop him in the electric chair and boom. Mona seemed unusually cheerful about being caught and complied without resistance. Dude, are you idiotic? Shoot him in the brain or kill him in a cold way. She happily assisted authorities in locating further bodies. Kill her! Emma Riley was found in the woods not too far from where Mona was caught. You're not gonna just kill him? She sustained approximately 80 broken bones throughout her body. Yo, that's like almost a quarter. That's like more than half all her bones. However, the cause of death was strangulation using the victim's own intestines. Why didn't you just kill the Mona guy? 100 deaths, literally the most wanted person ever. What am I looking at right now? I'm too scared. I'm gonna hide. Jews also disclosed with the location of the body of missing investigator Sean Kane. He was found deep within the sewer system under the textile and paint factory. If you have any contact, please do that shit.
Mona Linnaeus, the serial killer who has terrorized Louisiana for the last couple of years, was given the death sentence 2 weeks ago. After attempting to smuggle explosives into court, she was denied a physical trial. However, shortly after being interviewed,
When she escaped, it was covered by John and never released to the public. Aw, John. Here is the interview.
So, Mona, would you tell us why you did the things that you did?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't that be a happy ending? A reason for it all? Tell them I did it for fun. Don't tell them the truth. Don't tell them they made me do it. That it was all rigged from the start. 'Cause you wouldn't believe that anyway, would they, John?
When you say that they made you do it, what do you mean?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't,
As
specifically
soon as I
me.
got here, they turned it off. And when I'm put into my cell, they turn it on again during the night. They have a machine, you know, deep underground. It's not as strong here, but it still works.
Mona, let's start at the beginning. What was your upbringing like?
I've already talked about the Helena place, John.
Yes, St. Helena Orphanage. Tell me more about that.
Me and Bill grew up there. We were like siblings. Not real ones, of course. Unlike my real parents. But he was my brother. Got into a lot of trouble. Mostly me. For stitching small animals together. And for fucking that Baker kid.
Fred Baker, right?
Yeah. Fucking pussy. Fucker told on us. One time, me and Bill had the orphanage dog fuck me. You know, just for fun. I guess Fred saw it. Told the house mother. She was a bitch too. We made sure he never forgot what he did though. Even made the dog fuck him too.
And you later killed him in adult life.
Let's just say, I always had a tight grip on his balls. He thought he could slip out. No one slips out of my grip.
Could you please stop doing that, or I'm gonna have to ask security to cuff your hands behind your back.
Oh, you're no fun, John.
Tell me more about Bill.
He was the kind of
So they
kid.
didn't kill him on the spot. No.
One of them
They gotta
really
leave
good
him
ones.
alive just for a bit
I
more.
remember he pointed at it and said, "That's where the devil is." Then he took my hand, and we ran towards it, like two kids in the devil's backyard. Did we ever catch up? Damn, you tell me.
So, you and Bill stayed in contact all this time?
Not really. He decided to get his life straight. I didn't care for that shit. Guess we fucked every now and then. He did whatever I told him. I liked ordering him around. Then things got out of hand, and you know the rest. Of course, that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the machine. And the statue put out.
So Mona has a reason to kill people or something? Or just did it for the love of the fucking game?
What are these statues?
Could I have one of those? Thanks. Sorry. What was the question?
The statues.
I don't know. I've seen them around. They're connected to the machine. Probably working as amplifiers of that fucking sound it makes. We even had one at the orphanage, and I'm sure that old pig put it there. He used to visit. I'm telling you, John. It's all been planned from the start.
So, you don't take any responsibility for the murders you've committed?
Oh, yeah. I did all of that.
And you painted your victims. Was that before or after you murdered them?
Before. Most of the time. What can I say? It's that damn machine. They put it in the ground, and with sonic pressure they manifested a red man inside of me. He's the one who makes the paintings.
Like some
Gives
alter
me
ego
face
type shit?
and a name. And then he tells me who to go and get. And trust me, they're all in on it. They've been using me as a host for years. Bill knew it. The whole fucking police department knew it. They let me get away with it every time. I don't know why, and I feel like they don't know either. I'm not crazy.
You're saying Bill was in on it too?
Yeah, he was my little insider. Nothing I made him do was against his will, by the way. It was all consensual. No rape here. Nuh-uh. Well, you know.
You were denied a court hearing because you tried to smuggle a grenade
Through my pussy. Fuck yeah, I shoved a grenade up in there. Too bad the guards are even more perverted than I am. Would have gotten away with it. Wouldn't that be something? Big pussy. Boom.
Was that something that the red man demanded as well?
Nah. That was just a fun idea I had.
So, no execution on the spot.
You know, convulsions of dying people makes for great vibrators.
You've been given the death sentence. How do you feel about that?
I'm alright with it. I wanted to be caught. I tried many times. But they just kept letting us do what we did. I'm telling you, if you think this is going to end with me dead, You couldn't be more wrong. It will get worse.
Okay. Thank you, Mona.
Mona was stabbed to death by another inmate the day after the interview. What could that possibly fucking be? An alarming number of paintings have appeared across the nation. I'd rather be in Canada right now, and if I were them. Forensic analysis suggests that the paintings were all made by the same person. Even the handwriting on the backs of the paintings matches that of Mona. Yeah, and I thought she was dead. In correlation with the new paintings, numerous In correlation with the new paintings, numerous individuals have also gone missing. Was there a third guy now? Authorities urge everyone to stay locked inside during investigation. Here are the paintings. Oh god, this is gonna be a long one. Frying Ryan, Decay of Jay, Peter Legend of Wayne, Thomas and Kate, Bent Becky, Long Skin and Logan, Carlos Keith, Trisha Payton, Ron During the Fire, Ben Bone, Starved Eggman, bro. Floating Aaron. Class Clown Silver. Stan's Last Song. Robert the Robber. Spoon Elation. Cave Wade Gage. Leaping Lionel. Slithering Jack. Rob the Frog. What a frog. Sweet smile, spirit thing. Rhonda the cat. Woundhead Will. Introspective Island. The Heraldry. Secret of Tara. Jolted Joe. Kenny the Worm. Starving Chris. Charge Chad. Infinite Piece of Earth. Long Neck Kurt. Song of Wind. Hot Bug. Mary's Last Day. Hush Hush Baby. Green Richard Green. What's the other one? Sock Puppet Sally. Family Tree. Parker's Paralysis. Keep Away. All Ears King. Just Holding His Breath. Alberto. Pieces of Chloe. Sleepy Head for Fever. Infinite Tongue Carry, Weather Laura, Flesh Eye Francis, Long Neck, Screaming Mad Bird, On His Last Day, Head of Ned, Trash Bag Casey, Mildred's Second Skin, The Flesh Queen, King of Robes, internet mod leak. The I can't even read it at this point, bro. Adam's secret safe. Edna's long string. Andy. Sleeping Beauty. Alright. I would assume it's all painted from here. You better play the fox right. Finally, bro. So, this whole thing was just pure shock humor, I guess. Shock horror. It was very creepy. What that creep went to all an 11, but I think it was too much to detail, bro. You can just say he died, another person died, they almost caught him, another person died. Secrets, investigations, body, sigil. They look around, map, anything. It would be a little better than just to hear dead body, and fuck around, dead body, another dead body. Ooh, look, they might know who he is. Yeah, whatever, it's decent, I guess. I'm gonna go take a piss now, so bye.